And we're on air. Oh my god. This world took 3 minutes to load. It was terrible. Anyway, how's everybody doing? I hope you're doing great. Um, start a new little series for just for fun. Gonna be this is gonna be my talk show. I'm just gonna talk about like what's on my mind and everything, and just talking randomly. I got a lot of stuff on my mind that I just don't have, that I just can't talk about. So, this would be a great way to express those things. Like, like the topic of today's video, arguments. Um, but I'll get to that in a second. I want to start this new survival world. I want to start this new survival world for, just cause like there's a lot of things in Minecraft I haven't done yet. Like, in survival mode. Because, I'm not a big, I play like everything, but it's like I'm not a big achievement person. And it's like my next steps to get like a lot of achievements and get a good survival world going. But I haven't done that yet. So that's kind of what I'm here for. And because I want to show content on on both sides. Like this is not like commentary. Well, it kind of is, but I have a separate thing with that. Um, I am drowning. Uh, okay. How are y'all doing today? Because I'm doing pretty well myself. It's pretty cold in my room. But let's get to today's topic. Arguments. I am probably the most argumentative person I know. I think I said that right. Uh, like I am, and it's like I think of arguments differently from other people, because like there's two types of arguments. There's the yelling type of argument, and then there's the the normal argument. I guess you could say. Is that a thing now? Is that a thing now? Sorry, I don't have any extra data packs besides this one texture pack I have on. But can you actually just craft boats without needing an oar, like a shovel anymore in Bedrock Edition? Because I don't have any extra data packs to where that's a thing. I need to check because that's pretty cool. Especially since my like all of my other friends love to do manhunts and stuff. That's some okay. Back to arguments though. There are two types of arguments. I say there's the talking one and then there's the yelling one, and I'm bad at both. Um, so let me start with the talking one. When I say talking argument, I mean like you know like there's a topic already, and you're just gonna sit down and you're gonna talk about it. Like apples versus oranges, or and then they have like sit down and they talk about it. Like they're not really mad at each other about it. They're just it's just human interaction. That's a strange way to put it. I'm not a robot, trust me. Um, Kind of like a podcast. And I know you know what I'm talking about because everybody has a podcast nowadays. Um, but yeah, that's like the first type of argument, and then you have the ones with your family and stuff, and then the yelling argument is oh no, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay, and then the yelling argument is the one where yeah, clearly you're just yelling. You're mad about something and you don't know how to express it, and then you're yelling. or you do not express it, and then and you're making a good points while you're screaming. I can't do I can't do that. I can't do that. I am bad at talking. I don't know why I decided to make a talk show if I'm bad at talking. Like you see my fumble in the beginning. I was choking. I was dying. Um but yeah. So see, look, I suck at talking. Oh my god. But that's why I'm suck so bad at arguments because I suck at talking. Like, let's say like let's start with the yelling argument. You know, I have anger issues, like severe anger issues. Well, not too much now, but I, I, s- I had severe anger issues. That's a lot of flint. And I just, I used to yell, I used to yell a lot. Well, I yelled a lot. And every time I yelled, I was trying to make a point come across, but it never came across because I just sounded like I was speaking gibberish when I was yelling. Um, and and then when I just try to make a point, but you know people don't listen to you when you're yelling because you're being disrespectful. Well, okay, well, some people might, but it's like, and that's not a common occurrence where people will actually listen to you when you're yelling. It's not a common occurrence when people um when you're yelling. That doesn't happen a lot. So when I did do that, uh, um it's like it never sounded like anything, and I was pretty much just kind of there. You know, people were just listening to me. Well, not probably not even listening really, because it just sounded like a bunch of nothing. Truthfully, and then I'll dive deeper into the arguments in a second, but I want to talk about the other argument, the other type of argument, which is talking arguments. So like the regular argument, I can't do that either. I am terrible of thinking on the spot currently. I want to get better at that, but I just suck at doing it. Like you know how in school you're just like people you don't like, you have to talk to them, and then you start arguing, like semi yelling, semi talking argument. I sucked at those because I am terrible at thinking on the spot. Like I am really bad at that. And that's like a major piece to arguments as well. Just being able to talk on the spot. That's something I can't do. I just simply can't do that. That's too hard for me. There's nothing in this cave. I am very agitated about this. Okay, finally something. Um, but those arguments, they're never. I you know, people tell me that you don't need to think on the spot in an argument. No, you definitely have to, especially when you're in like some tough some deeper arguments as well, like things that have more meaning to them. You gotta think like not like really fast because you want to know what you're saying, but you know you just gotta know what you're going into. And if you don't know that, it's gonna be really hard to get your point across because it's like, oh, this guy doesn't know anything, and I'm just sitting here like, well, I do. It's just I'm trying to, you know, formulate that into words, and I'm not good at formulating things into words. unless I'm really good at talking about a thing, which I'm not good at talking. I talk in my head a lot. This skeleton's annoying me. I'm sorry. I just fucking hate skeletons. People who get mad at creepers just don't know how to fight creepers, okay? They don't know how to deal with them. Have a shield on you, and, like, you're good. Skeletons are a real fucking deal. You can say the same thing about skeletons, but when you're actually fighting them, they don't just instantly explode. They keep hitting you. It's annoying. Oh my god, I fucking hate skeletons. Skeletons are gonna be the downfall of, like, every future series I make. Oh my god! How do I even get down there? Okay, So, but yeah, those are the two types of arguments I like to classify. And then, I did talk about, like, another genre, like semi-yelling, semi-talking. And it's like, yeah, that one exists too. But it's like when you're arguing, it either stays talking or it becomes talking and yelling. I guess it just kind of depends on what type of person you are. Like, I can be both. Truthfully, I can be both. But, if I had to say, I'm leaning more on the just yelling argument side. It's not like it's not. I think it's a bad thing to be part of a yelling argument because it's like no one's really listening. When you're in an argument, when you're in an argument, the true way to win an argument is by learning something from the argument. Like, it doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be bad. You know, you just gotta learn something from it. That's a true winner of an argument, not someone who outspeaks you, out yells you, or like who just like it's just you want to learn something from it, no matter what. And the guy who usually loses the per se the argument, the guy whose claim doesn't make a lot of sense, he or she still learned something from that. They still learn something overall from that experience, and that's what I like about arguments. You're learning something, even though you might feel embarrassed afterwards. Um, you're still learning something. Like, in school, I was having this argument about what the minions are. Even it's a really stupid argument. I'm not gonna lie. Like, who fucking likes them anyway? Um, and they said this thing about minions, and I'm like, no, this is what it said about minions. This is what it is. Because I like movies. I like movies more than I like TV shows. That's another topic for another day, though. But and then she started yelling at me, and I was like, okay, dude, can you calm down? I wish you would. I wish you would calm down because it really didn't matter that much. Like, I didn't think it mattered that much. Apparently, it does to some people. But then when she started yelling at me, it's like I'm not gonna take that. I'm not taking that. I don't. Listen, no, you're not gonna treat me like that. So when that does happen, um, so when that did happen, I went back, fact checked myself. After I wasn't mad about it anymore, I was like, okay, so she was right about this. I don't want to let her know that she was right about it because she was a jerk for, like, no reason. She didn't deserve to be right because of the way she like the way she went about her the way she went about her conversation. It was like the way she was arguing was really just rude and ridiculous. She had no reason to yell because I wasn't yelling, even though I'm the type of guy who would start yelling in that situation. So it's like she was in the wrong, but that brings back to my point, like what you learn from the argument overall is the true winner. I bet she didn't learn anything from that experience at all. I mean, I could be wrong, but it's um, like you get what I'm trying to say here. I hope. Um, but yeah. So another thing, I'm trying to get better at talking arguments because that's a thing that I feel like I'm gonna get into a lot more later in life is talking arguments, and I think they're kind of hard to do for some reason. Like I have no reason to actually like 100% think that, but I do, and I think just speaking in general is kind of well not hard for me. I'm like in the I'm kind of I like talking a lot. Um, I like talking a lot clearly, but it's like when you're humans love to be right. You know, that's just natural for us. We love to be right, but no, and I take being wrong a lot differently than other people do. Like I I hate being wrong, especially in a subject that I know very well. It hurts me. It hurts me. Um, quite not it just it tingles. It's not that bad, but it like if so, I just like knowing a lot of things. And then when someone actually gets something right, and if you know like they barely know anything about it, it's aggravating quite a bit. But it's fine. It's fine, I guess. Um, like podcasts, you know, podcasts can be a whole other subject for a whole other day. But it's like I feel podcasts are dumb. They're really dumb. Okay, not all of them, but like they're getting to a point where they're just becoming redundant. And I like podcasts. I like when people just sit down and talk about things. I want to do that one day with someone I enjoy talking to. I was actually planning on doing that with somebody else. We said maybe one day in the future, and we it's not the future yet. That was like okay, well, by technicality, it is the future since I met them, but it's like it hasn't been that long. So when we met in future, we're like we're gonna meet with each other in like a Myers or like a Walmart one day, and we're gonna be like, hey, I remember you. And then like we're gonna talk about stuff for like a few years, and I feel like I hope I'm not losing you because I'm kind of losing myself. You probably don't understand what I was saying there for a second, but it's fine. It's fine. Um, one argument that I that I just like I hate getting into is what was it? What like what I guess we just make this like partially talking. Like one talking point I hate getting into is like what's your favorite music and like what's your favorite game? Because it's like, does anybody really have a favorite music anymore? Like, let's be honest here. Because it's really like if you look at my playlist, you can find like a Disney song with like an Imagine Dragons song and The Weekend. Like that's a really that's a really that's a playlist. That's a playlist of all time right there. Um like back then I used to like not listen to music like at all. There was like these crappy these crappy songs. Not exactly crappy, but like these songs that nobody would really listen to that I liked. And then like I just got I got like fucking like I wouldn't say bullied over it, but like it was really aggravating. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting off the point of arguments. Um, I don't know. I hate arguments, and it's a thing that everybody should start not start practicing, but like a thing everybody should, you know, I want to experience, like I want people to have like a good argument like every day, just so they can like get a different perspective of things. Because like there's so much to actually think about. There's a lot of people in the world with opposing opinions, and if we just stop to think what the other side thinks about, it would be like it would be really cool. It'd be really cool. Um, I guess you could say that. Like I want people to start, seeing the other page instead of just um like seeing the other side rather than like sticking to one side of certain situations. Um, you know what I'm saying? I want people to start being more open minded. That's the word I was looking for. Open minded. Because I was definitely closed minded at first. And I'm trying to become more open minded every day. And it's just it's a task. It's a task. It's definitely a task. I feel like if society just I'm rambling now. Society just um I'm gonna go this way, fucking witch. If society just started to understand each other more, I feel like we'd be in a much better place now. That's all I gotta say about arguments. That's all I gotta say.